One thing Ryan Day may have over Urban Meyer: takes care of business at Purdue. The Buckeyes, a 34-10 winner, beating the Boilermakers, moving to 9-0, moving to 6-0 in the Big Ten. It was a weird one. I'll get into that in just a second. Some highlight moments, some stuff to enjoy, but of course you got to hold this team accountable for some things that happen. Our instant reaction coming up and takeaways from that one. Don't forget we have our overreaction video coming in hot also. But with a Buckeyes win comes celebrating a Buckeyes win, whether you were in our watch party, watching from home. I don't care if you're seeing this a week later just before they go against Rutgers or whoever else on the schedule. Let's enjoy the win together. Hit that thumbs up button. Per usual, we want to begin with an injury report. This is part of the weirdness of this game. It was a weird day. It really was. Injury report-wise, we knew all three guards were hurt and two were going to play. It was Montgomery and Shabola. Josh Padilla did not play in this game, did not dress in this game. So Philip Daniels, we found out late, was questionable, dressed, warmed up, did not play. All right. Carnell Tate, dressed, warmed up, on the sideline, ready to go, not playing, everybody buzzing. We'll get into that more too later, but Carnell Tate did not play. That one was stiffness, tightness in pregame, so that was precautionary. That's good to see. Philip Daniels, I don't really know what happened there. We hadn't heard about anything all week. College football is very mysterious about injuries, but we did want to keep you up to date on all three guys. I honestly would expect to see them all three play next week or be available next week. That's my personal thought. We'll hear more from Ryan Day on Tuesday. Getting into the takeaways against Purdue. As you've heard me say, what are we, a couple minutes in? I said it 3 times. Weird game. The weirdness of it goes back to so many things. They didn't score in the third quarter. You had the injury situation with all that going on. Changes on the offensive line. Julian Sain throwing an interception. Perhaps that is the proof of the weirdness. I think the Carnell Tate thing was like the weirdest of the day. Everybody just baffled. Where is Carnell Tate? What is wrong with Carnell Tate? Again, college football really bad with injuries. They just don't give much information. They treat them like children and minors and high schoolers and HIPAA laws and this and that. So we just didn't have much information. Finally, Big Ten Network did their job. Took them 2 quarters to get a report out there that Carnell Tate was not playing, was tight pregame, was going to be okay. Again, saying interception was weird. The third quarter was weird. Switching of the running backs I still think is rather odd. But, I don't want to be the complain during a win guy. Just something I took away from this one. It was kind of odd. I said weird. What do you have to say about this win against Purdue? If it's shut up, fine. Hit me with it. If it's go Bucks, hit me with it. Whatever your one-word reaction to Ohio State and Purdue is, leave it down below. All right. Like I said, we got some shuffling, we got injuries, we got changes, we got things I learned today about the offensive line. This is a really wild thing they've got going on this offensive line right now for Ohio State. Of course, like I said, Daniels ends up missing this game. He was a game-time decision. Tegra Shabola was hurt all week, but played. Luke Montgomery was hurt all week, but played. Josh Padilla, the backup center and right guard, out. Gabe VanSickle, who was low on the roster and at right tackle, played at right guard. He was the Padilla this week. I didn't even know every third series or something like that it was said Shabola's out and whoever backs him up is in. That's been Padilla. Now it's VanSickle. Are you keeping up with me here? The O-line is wild right now. However, I was impressed and I was okay with what those guys did. You see Ian Moore on the far left, back up at left tackle. He slid and filled in for Philip Daniels at right tackle. So I'm really going to have to crunch the numbers on this depth chart later this week. Injury reports are going to be key on that. And again, Ryan Day wants depth. And it was for moments like this, just a lot of wildness going on the offense line. You saw a few penalties, a couple other interesting things there. So the offense line right now, very curious. We'll keep our eyes on it. Again, when we went back and talked about the battles with Shabola and Padilla and anybody else, it's about depth, right? Buckeyes have it. I think that showed enough today. They definitely have to figure some things out, but some craziness right now on the offensive line. We'll let you guys know this episode is brought to you by PrizePicks. The hard-hitting football action is even better with PrizePicks. The weather might be changing, but the feeling of being right never gets old. So keep the season rolling on PrizePicks by getting $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. PrizePicks, best place to win cash this football season. Which players are going off? Which ones are overhyped? Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your takes into cash all season long on PrizePicks. Great stuff today. Great stuff today from the lineup we put together. Took Bo to the last minute, but he got it. Rushing and receiving yards. I love that combo. He got more than 84.5. Smith took care of that touchdown in the first half, and Ryan Brown did throw an interception, so we got the more on the half interception there. Shout out Aiden for putting that one together. What you want to do now, make sure you check out also on PrizePicks. It's all about how you want to play. You want flexibility, choose flex play, where you can get paid even if one of your picks misses. If you want the biggest payouts, go for the power play. No matter how you play, PrizePicks is a great way to put your takes to the test. Download the app today. Use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks, it's good to be right. Jeremiah Smith was awesome. He was absolutely tremendous. Short yardage, deep throws, ball in his hands, running around, tough plays to make, touchdowns. You name it. He was great. He was great. The stats show it, but the eye test shows it. Going up and getting the ball over two defenders, fixing the Ohio State offense, I think is one of the biggest things where it's like they're stalling. So it's just go saying to Smith, works perfectly every single time. And a great point by our producer, Aiden Paris, our producer. He's not benefiting from Tate anymore. He just was really good. Everybody likes to say Tate benefits from him. He benefits from Tate. Maybe, but today Tate didn't play, and Smith looked really, really awesome. He was huge for Ohio State. He continues to be huge for Ohio State. And again, it doesn't seem interconnected with another great receiver. He is the great receiver. All right, so let me know at this point in time. I see Caleb Downs sometimes in this discussion. I see Arvell Reese in this discussion. I see Jeremiah Love on other teams, Fernando Mendoza, whatever. Is Jeremiah Smith the best player in the country? If you got somebody else, maybe name them. But if you think he is, type that Y for yes. When you look at the comments, you see all those Ys, you'll know how Buckeye Nation feels. Time for a little more uptick in positivity. Good vibes here. Brandon Inniss. Very happy for Brandon Inniss with what he did today for Ohio State. This is a captain for the Buckeyes. This is a guy that wanted to have a big role this season, and it's been the Smith and Tate show to the point where fans, I think, have hated on Inniss a little bit, like he's not doing enough, when in fact there's just not enough to give, right? The dog bowl's empty. There's no more to eat. Everybody's been fed. Finally, he's getting some good opportunities. He's working hard, making nice plays. He's fitting in well with the offense. Of course, the punt returning is still there, but you just want to see good stuff from Brandon Inniss, especially in a game like this. Tate's out, right? So go get yours. Did just that. I really liked what he did today, and I feel good as a Buckeyes fan that a captain that hasn't had the year he probably pictured had a good day. And then the situation driving me mad gave me no more clarification. And hey, maybe this is your Billy relax on this one. Fine. Is there room for 4 running backs in this offense, in that room, in playing style, all of it? You name it. I don't think so, but we saw it again today. All 4 played at different moments, in different situations. It felt like Bo was really getting going. Then they go to Isaiah West. Every time they need a touchdown, they're in the red zone. It's C.J. Donaldson. You see West got a bulk of the carries today. Donaldson scored 2 touchdowns. All over the place with the running backs. The question to be answered is, can they do this consistently? Is this helping the offense, or is it finally, as I said last week, Bo Jackson needs those red zone carries. He needs to get better in the red zone. Isaiah West and Bo Jackson are the 1-2 punch, not Bo Jackson and C.J. Donaldson. C.J. Donaldson should get more carries. He scores all the time in the red zone. James Peoples has been practicing very hard, Ryan Day said. I don't care about practice. Can you help in the game? Craziness at the running back positions. Again, just something to watch for in the future with Ohio State. Facts are, though, it's fun to watch Ohio State. They're awesome on both sides of the ball. They win game after game after game. We will have them covered for you here on the Ohio State Football Report. Be sure to subscribe. We've got more watch parties, free content, recruiting news, injury updates, and more, so be sure to hit that sub button.